Big matchup in the AFC East. The Dolphins are off, so if the Jets are to beat the Patriots, they would pull even with the Dolphins atop the division. The Patriots beat the Jets a couple of weeks ago. They've beaten the Jets. They've swept them every year for several years now, 13 straight.
Yeah, this line at 3, I like the Patriots in this case. I saw it inflated at 4 at one point. That's a little iffy. I do think this will be a tighter game than people want to give them credit. But look, away game for Zach Wilson, the Jets. In Foxborough, Bill Belichick, the way he plays against young quarterbacks, the way he schemes things up, it's going to be a problem. Give Matthew Judon and that pass rush for the Patriots a lot of credit. I mean, bottom line is those guys can get after it. They had 9 sacks just a couple of weeks ago. So I think this is one where at 3 points, I'll lay those points with New England. But again, if that number gets inflated, I think it's going to be tight. So I'm probably on the other side.
Zach Wilson was terrible the last time he played the Patriots. Remember, there was actually talk about, wow, is he a bust? Is he this? And he came back and he played well after that. But I think this is going to be a tough game for him. I like New England. New England's defense is playing better, and that's the most important thing for them because we know that's who they are as a team right now because their offense is very limited. So I'm going to take the New England Patriots minus the points.
Here's what the Jets need to do to win this game. Run the football. All right, they've been known to be able to do that. I think you can do that versus the Patriots. Not ask Zach Wilson to do too much. Short, intermediate pass game to Garrett Wilson in particular. And just play stout defense. Allow that front to be able to get after it. Run stuff versus Quinn Williams is great all year. Allow that defense to keep you in the game, and they'll have a shot at it. But that's their formula for success the rest of the season. If they deviate from that, that's where they have problems.
New England's offensive line is playing better in the last month of the season as well. Early in the season it was bad. They're playing much better, too.
Well, they've started to find an identity, too. I think that goes for Matt Patricia and the play calling. At times, you're watching and saying, that guy's out there just looking at the play sheet, and all right, let's do this one. Let's do that one. There was nothing building off one another. You're starting to see things complement each other now throughout the course of the game and a little bit more of a rhythm and sync to it.
I said before the season, if Bill Belichick made the playoffs with this team, it would be one of his greatest coaching jobs ever, if not the best. And if he's not that far off from doing it.
They'd be in if it ended right now.
It's an amazing, seriously, when you look at the talent on that team, there's a lot of young guys who are playing, and they're getting better too, you know. But when you look at the talent before the season, either he brought those guys along quickly, which he's done, or they were going to be a disaster, and he's done a great job with this team.
To your point, this is the most competitive and probably the best the AFC East has been in the past 2 decades. When has the AFC East, top to bottom, ever been this competitive?
No, there's always been a couple teams that are bad.
When you think about their run, like this is that time where you're looking at a halfway point in the season, everyone's above 500. Right. I don't ever recall a time since Bill Belichick has been with the Patriots when the division's been this good.
Well, they used to pound everybody for 2 losses each per season.
I'm saying different story.
Yeah, it is, for sure.
And they are tied with the Bengals and the Chargers right now. So those are 2 teams I think a lot of people are going to be looking at to jump into that playoff race before all is said and done. A lot of
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.